Here's Brian Broaddus with Krusty's Corner.
For the second time, I'll say thank you very much. We'll talk about the Houston Texans here. This is not a good football team, okay? And when you look at them, though, offensively, they struggle to block. Even with Laramie Tunsil at left tackle, Kenyon Green has had his struggles. He's an Texas A&M guy, right? Kenyon Green from. So yeah, he was he's playing left guard. He struggles. They're really not. Tyus Howard at right tackle is not very good either. Now the problem, like you say, if you're the Cowboys, you're playing against another team that has a really good running back. And this kid, when you talk about Dameon Pierce, I was like, here's a guy that got in the 4th round. Probably didn't give this guy enough credit coming out, but he is outstanding. He really, really is. And he makes up for a team that doesn't block well at all. I mean, he's a guy that he'll take the ball to the outside. He could get to the corner quickly, get around the corner, in and out of, the jump cuts, make people miss, all that kind of stuff. Cowboys should be able to control the line of scrimmage against these guys defensively, but you better be ready to tackle. You better be ready to get hat on hat there. You better be able to wrap up, because this guy's got some power to him, and he will run through some tackles. So it's going to be about beating guys up front with this crew, which you can absolutely do, and then getting bodies to the ball carrier. They're going to go with Davis Mills at quarterback. I think he's better than Kyle Allen, who's been playing the last couple of weeks. Kyle Allen in that Miami game, watching him play, I'm like, how do you play with this guy? Yeah, I mean, at least Davis Mills, he'll make mistakes, but I think he makes more throws, better throws than Kyle Allen. So that's who you're going to see at quarterback this week. They really don't have very much on the outside when it comes to wide receivers. Brandon Cooks has been banged up. Nico Collins is an okay player. Chris Moore will drop some balls on you. Philip Dorsett, I've kind of liked him coming out, but that's where they're at. They just don't have a whole heck of a lot on offense other than that running back. So find a way to, if you want to, if Cooks plays in this game, find a way to put Diggs over there on him and then worry about everything else in the running game. I just don't see the Texans. Now, the thing the Texans will do is they've got a little bit of with Pep Hamilton, who's their offensive coordinator. He's a former college offensive coordinator as well. So he'll give you the eye candy stuff. He'll give you the motion, the counters, things like that to kind of try and throw you off balance, because he knows he has an offensive line that can't block up front. So he's trying to do things in order to put them in position to, the angle blocks and have a better opportunity to shield and wall off, so the running back can make some plays in the game. So shouldn't have too many problems with their offense. Defensively, though, it's again, they've had some problems there as well. Jerry Hughes, I think, is when you start to talk about the pass rushers. Okawanru, I think, is probably the guy that that you need to worry about. Him and Hughes are the two guys on the defensive end. Kirksey at middle line, Christian Kirksey at middle linebacker is a guy that makes a lot of plays for them, a lot of tackles. They like to. It's very much the front when you talk about Lovie Smith and what he does as a defensive coordinator. Yeah, Thurston Howell III's old wife. Yeah, that's the thing about you see a little bit of you see the Rod Marinelli influence, the Tampa influence with this front. It's kind of a small front up front. It's small, and they angle a lot, so they try and stay out of the way of one-on-one blocks. So they'll do their best to angle, and it gets them in a lot of trouble. They sometimes slant away from the strength, and then the balls run to the strength, and then there's a big play, or they'll go opposite. So it's a front that likes to move. They don't have anybody up there that's really dominant. So Christian Kirksey makes a lot of tackles for him. Jalen Petrie, I think, is their best secondary player. I haven't seen Derek Stingley. He's been dealing with a hamstring. So he would be their best corner if he was on the field, but we'll see what happens. But he hasn't played several games because of a hamstring. But Jalen Petrie, if you understand the Big 12, went to school at Baylor. I love this kid. I really, really do. He's always around the ball. He's tough. He'll punch the ball out. He creates turnovers. He did it at Baylor. He's still doing it in the NFL. That was a second-round pick. That was a great pick.
Had a pick in the red zone last week against Watson.
Yeah, exactly. This kid is always around the football. He's always trying to get you turnovers. I love the way he plays, but they really don't cover all that well. Stevie Nelson's kind of their best cover guy, and then also Desmond King, who is a veteran. He'll play quite a bit. He's having to play because of Stingley. King is a much better punt returner. You need to be careful about that. Don't allow him any space. Watching him return punts, he's pretty impressive.
He had a big game on Thanksgiving for the Chargers against the Cowboys,
sure
didn't he, a few years ago?
Absolutely, he did. Absolutely. So, yeah, worry about the strong safety Petrie there. Worry about Kirksey, the linebacker, and then we'll see what happens at defensive end with Jerry Hughes. It's a homecoming for him to be involved. So not really much with the Texans. They are what they are with their record-wise. Don't give them any reason to stay around.